Well, hello people, welcome back to the Master Chief Collection. Here we are, level 9 out of 10, the level keys. It's a bit of a more of a challenging mission more than anything. The hardest part is probably coming up towards the end. And there's just a few parts where it's just a little bit tricky to get through, and you're going to have like a 70% survival rate. So sometimes you might die and you might have to revert to checkpoint. But I'm going to be showing you the best way of getting through the level pretty quickly. So you want to go ahead, select all your scoring options, legendary difficulty, and we're going to turn all the skulls off purely because we're fighting Flood. And also we're in the enclosed. It's basically Truth and Reconciliation backwards with Flood, so we don't really want, and we're fighting extremely close quarters, so we don't really want all these skulls on. So you just want to go ahead, turn them off, accept the skulls, so you should have none on. And if you want, you can put the Grunt Birthday Party on, which is obviously this one, just to make the game a bit more fun. I just turned it off, but who gives a shit? So without further ado, let's just jump straight into the level. So once the level started, obviously there's the room just on the right where you're actually going to be, and if you look in there close enough, you can actually see keys in there in the sort of the pre-stage of becoming a grave mind. Run back here, pick up the active camo, and this is going to enable us to get through a little bit of the first part of the level just without having to fire your gun. I get stuck on all the on this grunt here, so it kind of bumps me out of the way. I throw a grenade there because most of the time these guys will figure out where you are, so just back up a little bit there. Then I got to sort of move around here, and you want to jump down into the toxic waste. Just like that, give me a little cutscene, and any time now. This is unskippable, this cutscene. It's kind of irritating. Jump this way, and then you just want to move around here, as you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just running straight across the battlefield. You can take a few, if someone gets in your way, take the shot, but if not, don't go out of your way to kill anybody. Come around this way, as you can see we've bypassed all those guys. Now, if I hadn't got stuck on that grunt just there, obviously it only took about a second, but obviously I probably would have been able to get past this rock here, and the guys just behind me wouldn't have started shooting at me. Here what I like to do is throw a grenade. Now this part of the level is going to be a lot of back and forth, as it's quite easy to get overwhelmed in this point level. But here just come to like the mouth of the canyon and start unloading buckshot after buckshot just down into the flood. Do a quick 180 just to check there's no one else who's following you and none of these are respawners. Come around here, and this is where it's going to start raining the carrier forms. Take one shot. Obviously we haven't got the boom skull on, so it kind of helps. This is one of the reasons why I took the boom skull off, because of where we are in this level. Come around the corner there, take one shot, try and kill at least one carrier form, and then just back up. See what I'm doing? Like I said, a lot of back and forth, as you need to sort of get some breathing room, get your thoughts together. And I'm just backing up all the way here, and I'm going to go back around here. And because sometimes what can happen is a few of the combat forms can actually still linger around this area. But since we don't have the boom skull, it does enable us to kind of take out the carrier forms in close quarters and only have to back away a few meters, not actually turn and run away. Again, running back here, I was more running away from the infection forms there because my shields are low. One last carrier form. It's one of those things where if you go past a certain point, they're going to stop spawning. But these guys, they just kept on coming. So I just sort of waited it out and then just killed them all. Boom, they're all dead. Going to get rid of the last of these infection forms just here, because also we've got a sniper part coming up. Kind of nice bit of a change of pace of the level. Come around here, there's health if you need it. Pick it up anyway. And then we're just going to sit here, and what you want to do is you want to take out the two hunters. Now, it may be tempting to try and take out a few of the carrier forms with a sniper shot. I can't actually seem to kill them with a sniper shot. I'm not too sure why that is. Another thing you want to be careful of is the hunters spotting you and firing a fuel rod your way. You don't want that to happen. But I can't seem to kill the carrier forms with a sniper rifle shot. And also, it's not much point anyway. You're not going to do anything. These guys are going to keep spawning till you actually get down there. So here what I'm doing is I'm just making sure I take out both hunters. That's all you want to focus on just for the moment. And then try and take out a few of the grunts. Just try and thin the ranks just try and thin the ranks. That's what you need to do. And I have a few problems with this elite just here. But then generally, I was really pissed off there because I needed to reload. Otherwise, I could just double tap and take him out. But once the hunters are gone, you just don't have to really worry about being super accurate. Just try and take out. I like to make sure there's only one elite left before I jump down there. So yeah, I'm just looking around, just making sure. And there's one elite just there, so I take him out. And then I'll just get my shotgun out, and what I like to do is I jump, I kill the one closest towards me, and jump, and then just start hitting them pretty hard. And there you go. And I was about to walk up to that elite there and take him out, but there was no need. Pick up the health pack here if you need it. There's going to be a guy up top still if you haven't killed him already, so just run away from him. He's got a shotgun, but he's still hitting me from this range, just so we know the shotgun is very, very good in this game. This point, really, really easy. Throw a grenade there, take out the two of these grunts. That guy didn't die, so I have to melee him in the back. Make sure that elite's dead. Now at this point, what you want to do is, I used to jump on that turret and like kill them all as I came around the corner. Don't want to do that now. You just want to jump up into the, just jump down into the coolant liquid, and then over onto the little bit of land, and then we're back up this way, and you're going to find yourself in a little sort of crevice here. Do a 180, throw a grenade into the water, kill anyone that's closely behind you, and then boom, these guys are going to be coming out of the water, and he's going to be able to mow them down pretty easily. That's pretty much this part done with. Nice and simple. Because if you don't go past a certain point, again, it's they just keep spawning, so you gotta move past a certain point for them just to stop spawning. You're gonna have 3 guys jump up here. So there's 1, there's 2, and the third one is just behind him. Boom. I didn't notice that this guy was a respawner, so I pick up the needler. Make sure you do pick up a needler if they do drop one. And then throw a grenade here. Ideally, you'd like it to stick to a grunt. Mine did there. If you didn't notice, he actually kind of ran away from me, then back into my grenade. But since he died, I didn't actually get the kill for it. This point can be a little bit tricky, as the Flood, they really play aggressive. They will just swarm your position. So, and if you're like me and you've been using the shotgun a lot, then you are going to be pretty low on ammo as it is. So here, I thought he had a shotgun on him, so I ran to try and pick up the ammo, but it turns out it didn't. It was actually an assault rifle. So here, using a grenade, because I don't really want to use the 2 shells I've got left in my shotgun, just in case things get a bit hairy around here. But it was all right. So I pick up the pistol. I'm deciding kind of what to do here. So I really don't know, but I did manage to pick up some shells. I actually got a full chamber now, and then I'm just looking around for my needler again. So I was starting to panic a little bit, if I'm perfectly honest with you. So you want to reload your needler, or just don't, like I do here, and then you want to make sure they track onto the target. You got to make sure the crosshair is red, and you want to make sure you get the points pop up. This guy just doesn't die because I didn't reload, so always make sure you reload before you start shooting at a new target. Boom. That's going to be him dead there. I get the Super Combine medal just there. There's going to be health just on the right, and then once the crosshair goes red again, you want to take this guy out, and then obviously there's just keep spraying up there until you finally kill them. Once the needler is out of ammunition, look around for some more. If you can't find any, don't worry. It's not a big deal. You got your shotgun. So here what I like to do is I run forward through this little area here, and then I throw 2 stickies up there. And I do try and stick the elite if I can, because it distracts them a little bit, and then they actually start attacking the Fuller, which are down below. Here what I do is I just get hit as many times as I can by the infection forms, run past that grenade explosion just there like it was nothing, pick up the overshield. I try and take a few shots of that elite, but didn't really do anything, and there's 1 elite here, so we need to be more worried about him. Throw a frag grenade. I thought I had some of my stickies equipped, but I didn't, so that's why he didn't die. 1 shot though, he's dead. And you know, move back around here, and what those 2 stickies also did, they probably killed a few of the grunts. And there's going to be 2 of these, maybe a few grunts left. I get very lucky there because I almost got stuck. Do a 180 and just make sure no one's chasing after you. And then if they are, just take them out. But then you get a cutscene. As you can see, they're still attacking you where you should be on the ground. And this is where things start getting a little bit tricky, because obviously it's a lot of close quarters. But obviously we haven't got the boom skull on the Grand Funeral. Or yeah, Grand Funeral, sorry. So that's good. So you want to move up this way. This is where a few of my deaths come from their level. So you might see a jump in the footage where obviously I've edited out the deaths. And you can see how long it took me, because obviously if you're paying attention to my time and score in the bottom right hand corner, you can see how long it took me to do one part, so you can get roughly a good idea of how difficult it is. So this guy I didn't want to waste any more shotgun shells on him, so I was just kind of edging around the corner, just waiting for him to go to suicide mode. Little jump in the footage just in a second, or it may have just happened, not too sure. So here's what I do. I throw that grenade just there, and then I come around here, and then I just do like a 180 just to make sure no one's following me through there. Jump down here. And then there's going to be like supplies and everything in the corner around here. I've already got an overshield. I didn't realise at that time, so I was kind of confused why I wasn't picking it up. And then just check all the corners, basically. That's what I like to do. And then get your needler out, like so. And then you want to take out, there's a little jump there. You just see, I think it was like 2 or 3 tries it took me to find the perfect sort of strategy to get through this area. Needler seems to be the way to go if you're dealing with anything at range in this game. And then you want to come around here. I'd like to throw a grenade just so it bounces off the crate, and then that'll explode, taking out a few of them. If you get chased by the one with a shotgun, you're very lucky, and you should run forward and quickly grab the ammunition. Do a 180, and then of course you're going to probably start getting attacked from people behind you. So run this way back to where in the first corner we checked, and pick up the overshield and health. And there we go. Now you're going to have a few of the infection forms running after you, and a few more combat forms lurking around. They're going to have a few shotguns and assault rifles and all sorts of weapons, but hopefully you get the ones with the shotguns, because see, that's what we want. Don't worry about taking too much damage on your overshield. That's what it's there for. You know, it is there to absorb damage, so you might as well just use it. So here, I like to kill 1 guy just here, and then just mop up basically anyone that's left alive, and then I throw a grenade down here. So there's going to be a lot of the carrier forms. Wait for the grenade to blow up, and then I'll just wait a few seconds just to check around and make sure all the carrier forms are dead. chances are there's still going to be a few left over, but you've got your overshield, it doesn't matter. So there you go, just take one more out, a few more around here. And just, if you think you see yourself you're going to get overwhelmed, just quickly just turn tail and run. It doesn't really matter. And you just want to come around here, throw a grenade there. It is kind of unfortunate we don't have the boom skull on at the same time, because otherwise I would have taken out a lot of people here with just one grenade. That guy gets stuck on the hand, but he only kills him, only get the kill for him, which I was really, really annoyed about. But you know, you can't do anything. There's one elite just left there, and then boom, I'm going to kill him. That means the grunts will start to panic. And you want to turn to the right just here. And there's going to be a few more grunts and elites down there. I throw a grenade, I think I get an overkill just here. Oh no, just a triple kill. And then I'm just waiting around, and you just want to check your corner. You want to pop out. If your shield's low, just wait around. And especially if you've got a shotgun, you can just wait around the corner and wait for someone to pop around, because chances are, even at close range, you're going to take out even a major elite's shield with one, so he's still going to get stunned and you'll be able to finish him off with one. As for the zealot elites, I'm really not too sure. Those guys are bastard, and you're introduced to those in the next level. Get lucky there. That's obviously because of the grenade being thrown. I do a 180 there. Stick the grenade to the floor just there, so when the flood drop down, they all die. And there's going to be another little jump in the footage just in a second. I like to throw a grenade over there. Now, the elites can go one of two ways. They can all dive out of the way, or they can all stare at it like they've never seen a grenade being thrown at them before. So, yeah. Move into this room just here, and then one of them is going to probably assault you, and then you're going to get guys coming up behind you just here. It's not a big deal. You just need to run through them all with just firing your shotgun. It might take a few times to get to this area, but it's going to be a lot easier than running forward, because then you just get flanked and you get people coming behind you and to the side. You get overwhelmed too easily. So here you want to get your needler out. Wait for the crosshair to go red if you can get like close enough. If not, just move around like I'm doing just here. And I saw them both together, so threw a grenade. Again, they're both just looking at it, just like, oh look, grenade. And it's just they're all dead now, so it doesn't really matter. I got this fuck guy behind me, so I'll take him out. There's a few grunts running. I start to panic a little bit here because there's guys behind me. I get down to one segment of health, so I quickly hide in this corner just here, and then I'm just waiting for them to run around the corner. Shields are recharging. They're still coming around the corner, so I'm just like, alright, fuck those guys. I'm just going to run. Throw a grenade up this way. You got to make sure in certain points you've got to be ready to throw the grenade. So it'll make things easier rather than you having to like line up a grenade. If you just know what corners you have to throw a grenade at, you can get at the right angle, or the angle like you need, and then just throw a grenade, so you don't have to like stand around trying to find the right angle. Lots of infection forms dying in the fire there, so that's good. Moving through. Again, even if you've only got 1 bar of health, it doesn't really matter. You just got to pay attention to your shields. So there we go. I get lucky again. He was kind of not the best thrower in the world. Moving up here, just keep on checking around. A lot of infection forms you can see. So if you see like a little group of them, just let them hit your shields, and then just continue to move on. Check your corners, and then obviously they've got a large group just around here, as you can see. I got lucky again there, because otherwise I think if I'd have been about a second earlier, that I probably would have stuck the infection form, and I'd have had to have restarted, because then the grenade would have blown up and I'd have died. So that was I get lucky a lot in this level, and I get kind of lucky in the next level as well. So it's always like with most games, when you do it on the hardest difficulty, it's not so much skill as well, it's luck as well. It is luck as well. So here, just a little jump in the footage. I don't know if you saw it. Here I like to throw a grenade just there, take out a few people, and then use this box for cover, as they tend to shoot it rather than you, which is good. And then once your shields go down, start backing up, or you can do what I did, hung around for about a second, just take a few more shots, then back up. Throw grenades you run, because chances are they would have dropped a few grenades themselves, so you can blow up a few of the undetonated plasma grenades, which is going to help you a lot. Come up here, you're almost done with the level. The most challenging part coming up is actually the bit after you find keys. So here we are. You get the checkpoint, the captain. Just keep on checking all your corners. A few more guys, they're here. Just throw a grenade. This guy dives like over the grenade, stays on the floor, then gets blasted towards me, which I thought was really, really funny. Just checking around here. And then if you find yourself just getting overwhelmed, just like I said, turn tail and run. Here I was a bit of an idiot. I just took it all too fast, and I don't know how I didn't die. Like I said, I get very lucky. He went to hit me there. I've only got 1 bar of health. You know, I've got very, very lucky. So, you know, always, and here as well, there was, I don't know how there wasn't any, like, just grenades lying around that didn't kill me. So, you know, people just take it a bit slower than I did there. Maybe edge forward, then edge backwards. and then you're going to be in the room with the captain. Here again, I should have like just hung back, let them come through the door, but again, I got very, very lucky. This guy, he went to shoot me, but obviously he got a kind of a bit. He got hit by my shotgun shell a little bit, so he flinched, so that stopped him from shooting me. Otherwise, I would have died. There, I'm just taking out the lost infection forms. Boom, just like that. And you want to come up to the captain. Now you've got this unskippable cutscene where obviously you find out he's in the makings of being a grave mind.
No human life signs detected. The captain, he's one of them. We can't let the flood get off this ring. You know what he'd expect. What he'd want us to do. It's done. I have the...
We need to get back to the pillar of...
So once that's done, this is the most difficult part of the level now. You want to come this way. Door's going to open up, pick up the health, and you want to throw a grenade so you stick one of those grunts with the fuel rods. Again, watch out as the fuel rods are going to explode. Now here what I like to do is I like to back up, throw a few grenades, and then let the Flood and the Covenant just fight out a little bit, and then I throw a grenade here just for good measure. But I also like to do, and I think what is probably the best course of action, instead of waiting the whole fight out, if you see an opportunity, just take it, run, and if you kill a grunt with a fuel rod cannon, just run as well, because they're going to blow up and they will kill you. So I saw like a little gap in the fight, so I just decided to take it. Now you're pretty much done with the level. All you got to do now is not fuck up. It's actually really, really simple on how you can do it. That guy gets absolutely fucked. You're going to be in this room just here. In hindsight, I probably should have backsmacked that guy, but then obviously I think I would have got stuck by that grunt there who was with a sticky grenade. So here I fall down while I was getting shot, go down to about 75, probably about 25% health actually, let's be honest here. Wait for my shields to go up, and I'm waiting for the Banshees to come in just like that. I'm quickly just checking around, making sure that elite didn't assault me. Jump down here, backsmack that Zealot elite, jump in the Banshee, that's the level done. So instead of fighting your way back down, you just skipped about 2 floors, just fly around in a circle for a little bit, and the level's going to end. You're all done. And stay tuned for, it will be the more coming out next.